So what's next for the Legendary Pictures MonsterVerse? Originally, from what I understand, what I was reading, Godzilla vs. Kong was supposed to be the last movie in this story arc. It began with Godzilla 2014, then we had Kong Skull Island, then Godzilla King of the Monsters, and then this one. And from what I understand, that's it. They're not supposed to make any more, but because this film is getting so much love and it actually has made quite a bit of money, I still think they might come back and do more in the future. Now, the question, of course, is, well, what can they do next? We've already seen Godzilla fight Kong. We've already seen King Ghidorah. We've already seen Mothra. What's next? Well, first of all, Godzilla has tons of other monsters throughout history they could bring in, but I don't know if they're going to really do anything wacky like the old Godzilla monsters. I think what they could do is explore. Well, there's a couple things they can do. First of all, okay, wait. Before I go any further, this movie will have spoilers for Godzilla versus Kong. So if you haven't seen it yet, just letting you know, we're going to talk about what happens in that movie. But at the end of that movie, Godzilla and Kong kind of give that mutual respect, and then Kong goes to live in the Hollow Earth where he is king, and Godzilla goes back into the ocean. So that's fine. Now, if they tell stories about the Hollow Earth, like a prequel or something like that, that's fine. But I think what they could do, and Angry Joe mentioned this in his video, and he's right, is go into space. That, I think, and I don't mean having Godzilla go into space, but we've seen Space Godzilla in the past. We've seen, obviously, King Ghidorah is from space. So, wouldn't it make sense if at some point we had aliens coming down and getting involved? I mean, right now, the whole Titan storyline's pretty much been told, as convoluted as it may seem. It has pretty much been told. We've seen the Titans. We've seen Godzilla. He is the protector of Earth. Obviously, Kong is also a protector now. And I think whoever comes down to face off against Godzilla will have to deal with Kong as well, which I think is going to be cool. I like them kind of being the two superheroes of that universe and saving the Earth. So it would make sense if there's no more Titans on Earth. You could always do a storyline where you have like an evil corporation, have Monarch come back again for whatever reason, and have them make Metal Ghidorah, but they're not going to do that. Or another mechanical jet Jaguar. No, I don't think so, bro. I don't think they're going to do that. But they've already done the evil corporation, right? That's done. However, they haven't done aliens yet, other than Ghidorah. And we've seen some cool ideas like Godzilla vs. Biollante was a good one, and also Godzilla vs. Destroyer. And I think they could also do a situation where they have like other monsters that are being formed, that are being grown, like from the nuclear disaster, like that, bring that story back. But I think it makes logical sense to continue this universe by having Godzilla face off against something from space. Maybe the aliens come down and reveal that they were genetically modifying some of the creatures in the Hollow Earth, years ago, centuries ago. Or maybe Kong discovers something in the Hollow Earth involving the aliens that they left behind. Craft, technology, or even one of their own. And maybe this alien could end up being a possible threat to the Earth. Maybe it beats up Kong and escapes the Hollow Earth, and Godzilla has to stop it, even though Godzilla probably won't be able to do it on his own because we've got, Kong. And they could even do a thing where maybe like even Mothra, like obviously you can't do the same Mothra. Maybe a different Mothra comes in and gets involved. Like a different, like a Mothra, not the same Mothra, but like the same species from space. And have them kind of be the benevolent hero. You could even do a thing like that. Also, another idea they could do is they could do sort of like a destroy all monsters type of thing. Now, obviously, we saw something like this in the Legendary Pictures Godzilla King of the Monsters, but they could do a thing where you do have multiple monsters showing up on Earth. And you have aliens, you have Kong, you have Godzilla. You could even do like a new Mechagodzilla if you wanted to, except without King Ghidorah's brain, just a human doing it. Like maybe Monarch makes their own version or something. I don't know. You could do a lot of things, right? And then have this huge battle royale like destroy all monsters type of thing again. Except this time King Kong is involved. Or not King Kong. It's this version of King Kong. Kong, the big monster. In this movie, or in this universe, because in Japan, when they did these kind of movies, Kong wasn't really involved, except for like Godzilla versus King Kong, King Kong versus Godzilla, whatever. But here with Legendary Pictures, they could do a thing where you have a battle royale and Kong is there. Obviously, Kong got beat by Godzilla in the previous film, and he was worn out, but that's okay because Godzilla is super powerful anyways, and they had to work together to kill Mechagodzilla, but I think Kong by himself can always get stronger and at least get involved in the fight, even if it's not like he might not have to be the hero here, but having him get involved would be great, and sort of exploring more about that because I really like the Hollow Earth. I always have loved that concept since I was a little kid, and I love the idea of there being maybe more creatures. We saw some of them in the movie, and maybe some titans, some scary titans though, like bigger ones. Reboot some of those old Godzilla monsters from Japan as Titans. And that could lead to a sequel easily. I just feel like this movie's too successful so far, based on the numbers, for it not to be warranting a sequel. I mean, people went to the movie theater to see this for the first time in almost a year, right? It's been almost a year for some people. Not everyone, but for some people. For me, I went to go see Tenet and New Mutants last year. So I did go see a couple movies, and Sonic earlier, but I mean pandemic times. People went to go see this film, and it made a lot of money. And it's getting a lot of hype, a lot of love. People online are digging it. Godzilla and Kong fans. Even though the plot of the movie's kind of paper thin, we knew that. The action sequences and the over-the-top destruction and everything. Just imagine that again, but with multiple monsters besides just the 3 that we got in this movie, with aliens now getting involved. And, the humans could have a small role, because I think what we've learned based on people I've talked to and reviews is that the humans, you got to decrease you can't have long plot lines with humans in these movies, dude. You just can't. Because people don't like that. They don't care. They're always written very poorly. Instead, take time away from the humans and focus more on the monsters. Have the humans be there to kind of talk to us, the audience. Not like fourth wall breaking, but I mean like, to witness the destruction, the chaos, and to give us sort of scientific explanations and things like that, like in the Japanese movies. But don't have the plot line be about the daughter and his son and the family. Like, that stuff we've already seen a lot, and usually it's not executed very well. Even some of the Japanese Godzilla films didn't really have great human characters. Some did, some didn't, depends on which movie. But with these, I feel like they spend too much time on the humans, and most of the time people just don't care. They're there to see destruction. So you might as well give them what they want. Bring in as many monsters as possible. Bring in aliens, pollution monsters, plant monsters, more apes, whatever you want, dude. But I think a sequel should happen. Call it Godzilla. Call it Godzilla All Monsters Attack, or something like that, like the Japanese movie. That would be just awesome, yo. Just a movie called All Monsters Attack sells itself nowadays. You know what I mean? Like, All Monsters Attack. Like, that sells itself, bro. That sells itself. So I think they should do it. What do you think? Do you like my idea? Let me know. Thanks for watching.